Hello and welcome to the FSA podcast, where we teach online health coaches how to sell at a higher rate and scale their business with more profit. Okay, what do you do when a prospect ghosts you? When you've had a great conversation, the DMs, triage call, wherever you had the conversation, they seem like a great fit. You're confident that you can help them. So you move them on to a closing call, and then they cancel, they reschedule, and then you never hear from them again. It is so frustrating, okay? So what do you do next? What is the process that you follow to get them to not only respond, but to also book another call with you and to hopefully become a client? We'll get into all that and more. Just do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, guys, every single week, okay? My family here at C4F, everyone who's subscribed, they get notified every time I drop a new video that helps them make more money, and a lot of them make more money. I get so much feedback. That's why I keep putting in all this time and this effort into these YouTube videos. I keep giving away so much information because I love the feedback I'm getting. So many people are making money off of free trainings. So I'm going to keep putting them out, but you're not going to get notified unless you hit that button. And if you share with a friend, it would mean the absolute world to me, because then you're going to help your friend make more money, and that's a win-win-win. Okay, so go ahead, like, share, subscribe. It would mean the world to me. So, all right, I want to show you the exact process that we use when you're being ghosted, and you will get ghosted. Okay, let's just call it what it is. You will get ghosted. We're in the world of sales and selling and consulting with individuals, and you will get ghosted. That's just how it goes. Okay, so the process, if you've spoken to them, is going to be a little bit different than if you've offered them your services. Okay, so like you can get ghosted from a no-show where they don't show up to the call at all, or you can get ghosted after the call, after you've offered your services on the follow-up portion. So that if you get ghosted on the follow-up portion, which is common, that's a different conversation. That's a different training that I want to do for you guys here in a few weeks. But for the sake of this training, to keep it short, sweet, simple, and easy to follow, it's going to be the process for when they don't show up to actually get on the call. Okay, so the essence of our push-pull buying process, the process that I wrote and designed for fitness coaches to sell at a higher rate and to scale their businesses with the most amount of profit. Okay, there's two levels to this. There's the push-pull buying process, which helps you become extremely efficient in your business, help you sell at a higher rate, high package prices, and again, high margins. And that funnels into the SGM model, the sustainable growth model, where we help coaches actually build. So like now that you're bringing in clients and you're selling them, we build the model around that so that you can retain those high profit margins, build a tiny team with a high output, and then start saving for retirement, investing in different things like real estate. I'm up to 19 properties now, 19, and we have a triplex on the way. So I'll be at 22 properties by the end of April. It is April 8th at the time that I'm filming this. So 28 years old with 22 properties. The goal is to be at 30 by the end of the year. I don't see any reason we couldn't hit that. So and of course we are encouraging our clients to focus on Roth 401k. Long-term wealth is what we're after. So many business coaches out there, won't say names, won't talk badly about anyone, but they just don't focus on this. It's all short-term mindset where it's just like sales, sales, sales. Ours is like sales so that you could build the model and the progress in the business around a lifestyle. Okay, and we can get into all that, but first, let's just dig in. Okay, why do clients ghost in the first place? Should we take it personal? So maybe not. There are 5 reasons that I found that people ghost. Lack of commitment or interest. They're just not that interested in losing weight or whatever it is you offer. So they haven't been nurtured enough. They haven't followed enough. They weren't instigated enough by the ad to actually follow through. They may have reached out, but not to follow through. Number 2, scheduling conflicts. That's the most common one. You've got, I don't know if you're selling to doctors, lawyers, cops, first responders, nurses. They have scheduling conflicts. It happens. It comes up. Don't take it personal. Maybe they have a fear of sales pressure. Maybe they've been burned by a coach in the past and they're just over it, and they booked a call with you, and then there's something in your marketing, your messaging, or something in your vibe that was like, I don't know, it feels like they're going to be pushy on this. I don't have any money, or I don't think I have enough money for something like this. So they get scared and they bail out early. Okay. Lack of clarity or understanding. So maybe they just don't understand what the purpose of the call is. They don't think it's necessary. So then they don't really see value in it. So they don't want to show up. They would rather do something else, like shop at Costco or go out for drinks with their friends or whatever it is. They just don't see value in getting on the call. And technical issues, or just they forgot, like it didn't add to their calendar. They didn't get sent a link. They're not good with technology. They don't have Zoom downloaded. Those are the 5 most common reasons why I've found that people don't show up. And there are acceptable and not acceptable reasons to show up, in my opinion. For instance, scheduling conflicts. If they're a firefighter and they got mandated or have to work, that's a acceptable reason, in my opinion. Same with nurses. Same with anybody who gets called in for their job. A not acceptable reason would be, I'm at lunch, or my mom's in town, or I have this thing come up, or I'm shopping, or I'm still running errands, or I'm driving. Like those are not acceptable. That leads me to believe they're a less, how do I say? They're a lower quality lead. Let's just call it what it is. Okay. People who typically buy are not out running errands at the time that they scheduled a call. Typically. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, I find a person while they were driving or shopping or something. Great. The vast majority though, and I'm talking over thousands of sales calls that we have studied and I kind of identified, is that traditionally they are not buyers. Okay. So we think more for the general rather than the 1%. Okay. So step one, what happens when we get ghosted? What do you do? So I want to help you guys make more money. I want to help you guys get people to show up, but to make more money, we have to get them to show up. So one comes before the other. Okay. But before this is nurturing. We have to nurture them effectively to get them to find the value. Like I said, one of the 5 reasons people don't show up to the call is because they don't see value in it, or they feel like they're going to be high pressure sales tactics. Like we have to overcome all of those potential objections to getting on the call beforehand with proper nurturing. That is not what this video is. This is assuming that you've already watched my video on nurturing, or that you've already been trained by me to know how to nurture. Okay, so you've nurtured effectively, and then for some reason they just still ghost. They don't show up. You're waiting on Zoom. You're like, twiddling your thumbs. You got your fidget spinner, and you're just like, where the hell are they? What's going on? I thought we had such a wonderful conversation, and here I am staring at my beautiful face back at me in the screen. So first things first, okay, I send a message. Now, I don't want to get into the full nurturing process, but I feel like this message is crucial to get people to show up, or at least to be in communication with you as to why they wouldn't be able to show up, okay? I send a message 20 minutes before any call. Okay. I just send a message. I just say, hey, name, I see we're set to chat here in 20. Here's a link just in case it got buried in the emails, haha, or emoji or something like that. Like, hey, I know we're chatting in 20. Here's a link. Hope all is well, something there. They've been nurtured up to this point. That's not the only nurturing piece. Let me be very clear on that. But that's the one I send right before the call. Now, they may message you back and say, hey, Brent, not going to work because of XYZ came up. Okay. At least they're in communication with you and you can work on getting them rescheduled. Okay. So that's better than being ghosted. But let's say you sent that message, or you didn't send that message, either or. They didn't confirm. They didn't show up. And again, you're staring at your face on Zoom and you're like, where the hell are they? What not to do. Okay. This is step 2. What not to do. Do not send a text message 1 or 2 minutes after and just be like, hey, where are you? You coming? I'm waiting. Did something come up? Do you have the link or anything? Like it can come off as kind of needy. Or it's like you're going on a date, right? I give too many dating references, but you're going on a date and you're sitting there and they're texting you 1 minute late. Like, hey, where are you? Are you showing up? You're not sending me up, are you? Like being like kind of clingy. I don't want to come off as clingy on these. Okay. So don't text 1 to 2 minutes later. Instead, wait 5 minutes. Okay. Wait 5 minutes. At the 5 minute mark, this is the message I send. I send, hey, name, it's me. So, hey, Sally, it's Brent with C4F. We had a call scheduled about helping you lose 20 pounds. Is now a bad time? Okay. You can send that in a voice message. You can send it in a text message. However it looks, you can send it in an email, whatever form of communication that they were most active on. It could be Facebook, IG, whatever. Okay. Is now a bad time? That is a no-oriented question. We want them to say, no, it's not a bad time. I'm just getting my things around. Okay. So it's not needy. It's not pushy. It's a no-oriented question, which in nature is more neutral than like yes questions or something like that. Like, hey, are we still on for our call? Okay. I like to just say it's now a bad time. Small detail, but you'd be so surprised when you look at the data how well it works. Okay. So that's steps 1 and 2. 1, send a message 20 minutes before. 2 minutes, or step 2 is 5 minutes into waiting for them. You send them this message. Okay. Step 3, at the 10-minute mark, I call them. Okay. Sometimes maybe they just can't figure out Zoom. I have called so many fitness leads where I'm like, hey, you still good for our call? Like, or hey, I was waiting on Zoom, just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And they're like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out Zoom. It won't download and I can't figure this out. And I'm like, cool. Are you okay with just continuing this on the phone for another 25, 30 minutes? And they're like, yeah, no, that's what I want. Perfect. Okay. So, sometimes it could be like a random power outage where they're finishing up a meeting before, or they just don't know technology. Right? So just call at the 10-minute mark and try to see if it's any of those things that you can either help troubleshoot or just continue the conversation with them on the phone. If they don't answer, leave a voicemail. Don't just be like a missed call from somebody. Leave a voicemail and just say, hey, name, it's just me. I know you're interested in chatting about X, Y, and Z to see if we might be able to help. I'll be on Zoom for just a few minutes longer. But if that doesn't work, happy to work out a time that fits better in our schedules. So I say that would fit better in our schedules. Okay. So it's not like, hey, like you're knocking on the door, like, hey, are you ready? Do you have time to chat with me? What fits your schedule? I'll make it work. No, it's just like, let's find something that fits our schedule a little bit better if today doesn't work. Okay. And then step 4, a few hours later, now be conscious of this. Okay. If you're calling them, if your call scheduled for 7 p.m., don't message them at 9 or 10 p.m. Okay. Message them the next day. So just be conscious of this. I never message leads after 7 to maybe 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is like, if it's a warm lead and we already had a sales call. 7 p.m. is like the last any of our automated messages or anything go out. So a few hours later, if it's applicable, just say, hey, Sally, just checking in. Everything okay? Haven't heard from you. I'm getting a bit worried, or I'm a bit worried about you. Okay. Clients are 10 times more likely to respond when you say that you're worried about them, because they don't want to leave you hanging. They don't want to leave you questioning their well-being. Another funny one that we do is, hey, I don't need to send search and rescue unit, do I? Like I say that all the time. Hey, I don't need to send the search and rescue unit, do I? With like the like surprise eye emojis. It's kind of funny, and a lot of people respond well to that. So just have some fun with it. Okay. And step 5. Okay. So this is the next day. So you can message them the next day and just be like, hey, I know we had a call scheduled yesterday about helping you lose that 20 pounds. Obviously, it wasn't a good time. No worries. I tried to reach you a few times as well. Just as a small business owner, it's so important to me that our clients have the best experience. So can I ask, was there something I said or did that may have rubbed you the wrong way? Okay. So pause, stop, play this back. This message has made us so many sales. I mean, I can't even explain to you how many sales this message has made from us, from our clients, just by taking complete and full ownership. Hey, as a small business owner, I just want to understand like what, discouraged you from coming to the call. Was it something I did or said? I just want to be conscious and be better for the next person. So taking full ownership. And when you can say this, especially in a voice message, if you have that capability, if it's on social media, it works. It just magic. It works wonders. So that is 100% what I encourage you to do. Those are the 5 steps that I take or encourage you guys to take if you guys get ghosted before your sales call. So again, if no response from there, day 3, just try to reach out to them. I would call them again on day 3. If nothing after 3 days, I would just nurture in 30 days and see if they respond. If they're reading them, then I would respond in another 30 days. If they're not even reading them anymore, I would just put them in a long-term nurture and follow-up, which would be like once a quarter, maybe. So just make sure you're keeping track, keeping notes, and seeing if they're actually even reading these messages or if you're blocked or something terrible like that. So that is the process that I take. I hope that you can use this. I hope that it works for you the way that it's worked for us and all of our clients. By the way, guys, before you hop off, we did something so freaking cool. I think I have to watch my profanity here, but it's something I get so excited about. We have never done this. I have not even launched it. Okay. If you know kind of thing. So it's like, if we talk to people, we've been offering this. It's $97 a week for business coaching with one-on-one Slack support, with group calls, with the course, with everything. Okay. $97 a week. We just beta tested this. We brought in 20 people. It's April. So 20 people in March. People are crushing it. Okay. People are absolutely crushing it. A few people, at least 3 that are off the top of my head, hit 10K in their very first month. So it is designed for more of a newer coach or a coach that needs a little bit of extra help, wants to see kind of what's out there, how we're different, how we do things, and how we kind of produce the results that we do and make the claims that we do. Hop in, super cheap, but it's so much value. And if you hate it, just cancel. I'm not going to hold you hostage. If you love it and you determine that you need a little bit more help, like you're a business that's doing 10K plus, looking for 20, 30, 50, or 100K months, that's really our specialty, is like that 20 to 100. So if that's you, if you realize that you need a little bit more help, we can have that conversation. But hop in for such a reasonable price. Get some help, close some deals, make a massive ROI, and then tell your friends, of course. Okay. So that is my CTA for you, the $97 a week program. It's been amazing so far, and I hope that you guys will take advantage of that. I hope this is helpful. As always, like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.